What have I been doing the last year? I don't even recognize my life. Really just embody confidence, strength, and resilience. If it's meant to be, the energy will come. You don't even have to worry. This is the best year I've ever had in my life. I need to go and buy 1,000 of them. Wow, amazing. Marvelous. Sorry guys, I don't remember the last time I did a get ready with me, a full-on like we're gonna turn into an IG baddie. I'm gonna be giving you guys an entire life update because the last time I've been like extremely active on YouTube, it was probably like the beginning of 2025. I've done a lot in the last year, and so I think it'd be fun to just give you guys a little update. So yeah, let's get started. I literally redecorated my whole room. My house has been like renovated recently. My mom, my parents, they've just been super like active with the house. So honestly, my house is so cute right now, and it's a really good feeling because for my vlogs, like my kitchen's cute, my dining room is cute, my living room is cute. A lot more areas where I can film. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This is my favorite foundation right now because it genuinely gives you such great coverage, but it also gives you like glowy skin, which is perfect. Recently, I've been really loving glowy makeup. I just feel like it looks so healthy. Doesn't this look amazing? Wow, 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 wow. So what have I been doing the last year? You guys know I finally launched my brand, Benu. That was what I was working on the last year. It really took up so much of my time because starting a business, honestly, if you like thug it out, you probably could get it out in like 2 months. But with me, I'm somebody that doesn't like to rush things. I like to make sure that, you know, I'm not depleting my energy. And so I started my idea of starting a brand in 2024 of August, but it took months and months and months for me to be like, you know what? No, like I think I want to launch like a lifestyle wellness brand. And then with that, it was like, okay, what does that even include? And so obviously I did my rose, but then I also have like my digital sanctuary in Benu with digital products. But it literally took months of like sampling and like making the website and stuff. So honestly, it took a lot of time, and I'm in a position where I finally have like the official launch out, and I'm like, what is next from this point on? I feel like my entire life I've waited for me to start a business. So now that I've officially started one, I'm kind of just like, what the heck is my next dream? You know what I mean? Like my entire dream was to be a business owner, but I never actually like thought past the launching or like actually putting my foot through the door, if that makes sense. This is my Hourglass concealer in Ecru 3.5. This is such a great concealer because it is very high coverage, but it feels very light on the skin, and it also looks like it's not taking up your skin. This is such a popular concealer, so if you guys want a good one and one that is actually worth all your freaking money, I swear this one is so good. You guys know that before I started my business, I was big on like routines and discipline, and so I would work out like 5 to 6 times a week, making sure I ate 100 grams of protein every day. Truly, like I was in my muscle mommy era, but like ever since starting my business, there were endless nights where I couldn't go to sleep early. I was just like working on something, and so the routine wasn't really like strict because every day was a new task. And so guys, I have not really been on a strict routine, and you guys know this summer I traveled a lot, which added to the no routine thing. But honestly, like there's nothing wrong with having no routine as long as even in not having a routine, like you're still taking care of yourself, which is what I was basically doing. Like I truly was just living in flow, you know. I woke up every day and I was like, okay, like what needs to get done today? Because honestly, like you can sit here and like make an entire list of like I need to do this and that, but when you wake up in the morning and you notice that your energy is depleted, you're not going to be able to get those things done. And so that's why with starting my business, as much as I want it to be regimented, like these are all the things that I'm gonna get done this week, I definitely had to listen to my energy, and that is what allowed me to actually get the brand to come out. Because when you actually listen to your body and you work from there, like okay, you know, I can't do this and that, but I can do this and that, then you're actually working with your body and nothing is gonna feel forced, which is the best thing ever. Like I believe that your creative projects, whatever they are, whether that be just like YouTube videos, content creating, or actually like having a business of any kind, it is always gonna be a reflection of you. And so that is why I feel like Benu has become something I'm just so proud of, because I actually actually made my brand with love, and I took my time and I was very gentle with myself. I didn't allow myself to force myself into burnout, okay? I didn't want to reach any sort of burnout with my business. I've achieved so much in the last year. I don't even recognize my life compared to how it was like a year ago. Okay, but I wanted to talk about my launch party. I absolutely loved it. I had so much fun. Obviously, there were so many things that I would have done differently now knowing how it went, because it was very chaotic in the beginning. I was my own event planner, which in the future, I don't think I'll ever plan my own like big events ever again, just because there's so many little things that you don't realize you are forgetting until you're like in the moment. I literally bought ice for my drinks. I forgot to bring the ice out, so then it wasn't until the end of the party that I realized everybody was drinking room temperature juice. I was like, oh my god, that's like my biggest pet peeve. I don't know if other people care, but I do not drink drinks if they're not like the proper temperature. And I'm sorry, but lemonade should be cold. And then I also forgot to get tongs for like the desserts and fruits and stuff, and so obviously I had people go and pick some up for me. But like I said, it's the little things that you don't remember until you're like actually in the heat of it, and you're like, oh my god, I have nothing to grab my vegetables with. Also, if you guys hear anything in the background, that is baby Safina, because my brother also moved in with his family. So my brother, my sister-in-law, and their baby Safina, we're gonna have to show her in the video. Now we're gonna use this blush. This one is the Lily by Red Love Beam Cheek Balm in number 2. I love this so much. It's like a very pale pink to the point where I'm literally almost done with it. Thankfully, I have a store here that sells it. I need to restock. But yeah, my launch party, guys, I literally went numb. My nervous system was so dysregulated in the beginning because I was so nervous, to the point where like at some point I got really numb, and I think it was more so like my body was like full on in protection mode. But like I don't think it was necessarily like a bad thing, because it truly helped me get through the night and, you know, really just embody confidence, strength, and resilience. And I had so much fun. But at first I was like, wow, like, you know, I'm just really happy. I don't really feel anything. And then as everyone went home, I was like, wait, my thoughts are coming back, because my body was safe again, you know? And so slowly I was noticing my emotions coming back, and I felt a lot of anxiety, self-judgment. I was just like super self-conscious, because like after doing something so big, speaking in front of so many people, and like feeling so much love from people for me, I was definitely like, I don't know, I felt a lot, and it was a lot for my body to handle. But I was definitely self-conscious. I noticed I was thinking things like, you know, was my speech good? Do people think I'm anything like what they see online? You know, the thoughts. And that just proves, I hope you guys know, like we all have our insecurities, and it's completely natural. But you know, I embrace it. I'm an insecure woman, but I'm also a really bad bitch. So like truly, you can have both. But yeah, those were like the things I was experiencing after my launch. I was literally so self-conscious for like the next 48 hours after my party that I needed to just like decompress. I couldn't even touch social media the first 24 hours afterwards, because I was nervous. I had a lot of fears come up. But that's also how I know that, you know, I did the right thing, because I was doing something completely outside my comfort zone, and I literally made a goal for 2025 to be a year of expansion, and I literally feel like I did just that. Also, for my blush, I used the One Size Cheek Clapper Pinky palette. It's so good. Highly recommend, okay? 10 out of 10. Now we're gonna bake using this Maybelline powder. This is the Blurfection. This is the pink one. I said in a previous video that drugstores do not make good baking powders, but guys, I was wrong, okay? This powder is so good. I will say my Milk or Eclipse is still my absolute favorite, but I've run out and I have yet to go restock, just because I have so much makeup from brands. So I'm just like trying to use it all up first before I go buy my favorite, just so that I can try new products. Nonetheless, my launch party was so fun. Launching a brand in itself is such a thrilling experience that I literally hope all of you guys do it. Also, I was like watching my video yesterday. It was like a drunk get ready with me that I did when I turned 21. Guys, tell me why I was so funny back in the day. I feel like I'm not funny anymore. If you guys meet me in person, I feel like I'm quite a funny person, but I'm like watching my videos and I'm like, what happened to my humor? Where did that go? Unless I still have it, I'm just being like self-conscious. But I feel like back then I was really funny, but like my humor low-key was coming from like a place of like, I don't know, you know when you're like young, you say dumb stuff? I feel like it was like those kinds of jokes. Whereas now, I'm not saying things like that. I've gotta be cautious, because words can literally become reality. So I don't know, I feel like I talk a little bit more like classy and with more grace, and maybe that comes with reading more books and growing my discernment, I would say, because like now I know certain words have certain like energies and I try not to say it. Okay, I just baked. Let's do my eyebrows. I was talking about something and I think I forgot what I was talking about, so that's okay. Chloe and Zuri are playing together. Oh my god, guys, they're so adorable. I love them so much. Okay, Chloe is so funny. Hey! Okay, you guys are not besties anymore. Go, Chloe. She's dangerous. Chloe, go. You wanna get hurt? Get out. I'm gonna use my Jason Wu brows before boys, okay? She's hitting pan. Okay, I was trying to say earlier that with starting a brand, my routine was like basically non-existent, and honestly till this day my routine is still non-existent. But oh, I heard baby crying. But recently I've been feeling a need to want to create a routine again. But I'm not who I used to be, okay? I want to create a routine, but I have a feeling my routine that I'm gonna create is gonna be very different than my old one, and that's totally okay. All the routines you see online, totally perfectly fine for them. Everyone's different, so you gotta find what routine works best for you. If you guys are wondering, am I good with baby? Am I good with her? To be honest, I make her laugh a lot, but I'm scared to hold her because she's so tiny and fragile. So I'm working on that. My mom's been like making me like hold her in like different ways, but I still need practice. Bronze up. We're using the Juvia's Place in medium. This stuff is so good. I feel like it's perfect for me because, I don't know, it's like the perfect shade. It's like not too dark, not too orangey. It just like perfectly warms me up. Okay, but I'm using this ColourPop blush. This one's like my favorite right now. It is the Sweetheart Powder Blush. It's like an icy pale pink. Perfect for you cool tone girlies, because trust me, I get it. Let's contour the nose. I'm actually mixing this Jason Wu palette with this brown shade in this Peri palette. That color right there is like the most perfect light brown for my nose contour. So it's like not too like crazy, but it's gentle and it's soft and it actually looks like a shadow for me. But yeah, recently I haven't really been like on a strict routine. So working out and eating healthy and like those things like that, it's like not a routine anymore. And I do it, but like on my own terms. Like with starting my brand, I couldn't really do like muscle mommy kind of lifting weights sort of workouts because I already used so much of my energy on my business to the point where like lifting weights was so much for me. So I actually did a lot of cardio instead, and so last year I was muscle mommy. This year I'm like a stick with like barely any muscles. So regardless, I was skinny both ways. I just have less muscle mass now, which like low-key kind of makes me sad, but I will get back into it. It was kind of like a trade-off, start a business or stay muscle mommy, and so I decided business. But you know, we're gonna get back to muscle mommy at some point because I believe that I was meant to have a fat ass, and so at some point it's gonna happen in divine timing. No pressure. If it's meant for you, it's going to happen. You're just going to get that energy and the motivation when it's meant to be. Like, I just believe that. I believe my higher self is awesome and fit and all the things, and I don't even have to force it because energy naturally comes. If it's meant to be, the energy will come. You don't even have to worry. And the reason I believe this is because I actually literally tested this theory on myself before my launch party. I was actually so extremely nervous for my energy at the party because all summer I was basically on such a high energetic. Guys, I literally felt energized every single day, which is what allowed me to be creative. I think it's because like I was really in my feminine energy. Masculine energy is very structured, but for feminine energy, I let go of structure and I allowed my intuition to tell me what I was gonna do every single day. You know what I mean? Like I was led by my intuition, and in that, it allowed more room for play, more creativity, because you know, I wasn't so like, this is what I'm gonna do every single day. Because like imagine you're like, this is what I'm doing every single day. When you do that, you never end up trying new things. You never end up allowing new energies to come in. That is what allowed me to stay creative all summer, which was just allowing myself to flow and for new ideas to come in. I was on such a high, guys. I felt amazing. Like I went to Paris Fashion Week, I started my business, my love life was thriving, my friendships, my family time, like everything this summer was so good. Like honestly, hands down, this was the best year I've ever had in my life, probably ever. I was like, damn, you know, I'm on such a high. Like my fear was, what if, you know, from my launch party I'm not on my high anymore and my energy fades. And you guys know my winter arc series. My winter arc series always makes me feel like I'm in hibernation mode. Like I just want to take care of myself. I want to slow down. I was afraid that I was gonna be in that mode for my party. Thankfully I wasn't. Why? Because when I thought of my launch party and the woman I would be at the party, I always knew she was gonna be loud and talkative and fun. Okay, maybe not loud, but like fun, free. When I imagined that version of me, I was just like, what if I'm not that? But because I always knew that that was the person I was meant to be, when I actually showed up, I was like, wow, I really am embodying the woman that I wanted to be for this party. Not because I forced it, but because it was meant to be. Like, I don't know how to explain it, guys, but if something is meant to be, it will be. And if it is not the way you thought it would be, it was meant to be that way, and take the lesson and move on type of thing. Everything is meant to be exactly how it's meant to be, and so I just take everything as a lesson now, and that is how you overcome challenges like a freaking thug. Okay, life truly does get to be easy, but you have to know how to listen to your body, and you have to know how to regulate yourself in the uncomfortable moments, to allow yourself to process and feel the uncomfortable moments so that it can pass. Like, one thing that has really helped me is realizing that avoiding anything actually makes the thing a bigger problem. Facing it is actually how you're gonna get it to pass through your life. Like, if you want something to stop happening in your life, you've got to actually face it. But yeah, I was on such a high after my launch. I was actually really nervous that something bad was gonna happen, and I think that's just like my nervous system. Like, when things go so good and you're so used to chaos, you kind of assume chaos is gonna happen. But like, honestly, like when you think about it logically, if you're always on a high and you have no challenges, you're not actually growing. Oh my god, guys, I used white eyeshadow, by the way, and eyeliner. Okay, I had a really hard week last week. That's what I was trying to get to. A lot of things hit me last week. Mind you guys, I was on such a high, and I did have a fear that something bad was gonna happen, but I don't think that was intuition, girl. That's just like logic. Things can't always be like beautiful, wonderful, whimsical. Like, there's gonna be moments where you are hit with obstacles and challenges, but those are what makes you continuously grow. At any point of your life, you're always going to have challenges. Your environment is always going to change, and so it's a matter of like, you know, how you take care of yourself in those moments to allow yourself to still face it and also not let it crumble you, you know? And I think it's just like the universe allowing me to continuously grow and challenge myself, but what I learn will last a lifetime. And so that's why I'm like, yes, these challenges and your challenges are hard, but when you take the lessons, you will never face that problem ever again, because you've already faced it the first time, learned your lesson, and now you know that's not gonna happen again, you know? And if it happens again, I bet you're gonna learn it in a different angle, so it's also meant to be. I was feeling like really anxious for like a week straight, basically, and very protective of myself also. I think one thing I've really learned is that I have this mindset that people are gonna try to deceive me right away, and I actually didn't know I had this until recently. So maybe it was like louder this week, because I believe like the universe gives you lessons when you're ready for it. These were lessons that I didn't need to heal or face until now, if that makes sense. My entire last like 2-3 years have been my healing eras, and I healed a lot of different things, but those things are not the things I'm healing now, you know what I mean? Like, I believe we go through phases, and right now I'm learning like how to trust people, how to have integrity in business and things like that. And so I noticed that I was very protective of myself, like in private, like when it comes to like people I'm working with or possible business ideas. But yeah, I noticed I was like really protective over myself, and so I was definitely battling like a little bit of anxiety and fear of the unknown. Definitely healing that. So if you're going through anything hard and you're feeling anxiety and you're struggling, allow yourself to actually feel that. Like, I sat with my anxiety for a week. Like, I literally allowed myself to feel my body shaking, and I didn't force myself to find a solution or anything right away, because the only way to heal is to feel. That's what I always say, and it truly does help, because after I allowed myself to feel everything, whether it's embarrassment, disappointment, shame, sadness, or whatever, when I actually felt it, I noticed a few days later I felt so good. Zori? Okay, I'm also using this Clio blush. This one is the Air Blur Whip in 04. This is how it looks like. It's kind of more of like a peachy tone, but I feel like this one is really cute in my aegyo area. It kind of just adds a little bit of oomph, and then I kind of just add some to the tip of my nose, like so. Kind of like I'm contouring with it actually on the tip of my nose. This kind of gives like that Doyen look, which I really like on me. Now I'm gonna do my aegyo. I did say that, like, you know, I don't really have like a set routine, insane, but I have been attending a lot of workshop networking events, and I think right now, like, you know, with every chapter of our life we have like different goals. My past chapters, it was like self-development, like I want to understand why the fuck I'm living, why do I do this, why do I do that, and like let's heal. And it's crazy because that was literally my entire life, but right now that's not my entire life. I'm not even like deep in my healing era anymore, guys. I'm healed. I'm not fully healed. We always have something to heal, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like the dark part is over. I'm in a stage of my life where I'm literally living now. Like I'm happy as fuck. I feel so good. I live present every single day, and yes, I have challenges, but I'm not like spiraling or anything. Like recently I did a public speaking workshop and I had so much fun. Genuinely, like it was one of the best experiences. Guys, after my launch I was like on such a high, and I was like, I need to launch my next phase of things. I need to, and then I realized I was forcing it because I wanted to satisfy public perception of my brand. But now I'm realizing, no, we're gonna launch when my energy sees fit, okay? Because at the end of the day, your business is gonna be a reflection of you, and the last thing I want is feeling like I'm launching things just because that's what businesses who sell clothes do. You know what I mean? No, my launch has to be soul aligned, and so I'm like working on my next launch, but when it actually comes out truly is a mystery for me, because I want to make sure that like the next product is super cute, you know? There was like a bunch of things I really wanted to do, and then I realized that in order to execute it, I'm gonna need time. Just know that this next year I'm definitely gonna still be learning as a business owner. I won't be coming out with grand collections like in my mind. You guys, I don't even know if you guys know what I'm thinking of, but there's a lot of grand collections that I really wanted to do, but I've decided that I'm gonna take my time with it and do that when the time is right. So probably at the end of next year. Also guys, these lashes are so cute. I actually bought them at Hmong Village. So if you guys live in Minnesota and you guys want Asian sort of like manga anime lashes, Hmong Village is where to go, okay? Oh god guys, I'm really craving matcha. It just hit me. Ta-da! These lashes are so cute. I really love them. They're like not too much, but they're also wispy, and so when you look, they like kind of go everywhere. They're perfect. They're literally perfect. I need to go and buy 1,000 of them. This is how they look like in its case. So cute. There's no numbers, so honestly, like even if you guys wanted to buy wholesale, I don't even know where you guys could do that. I'm sure you guys can get these on Amazon though. You just have to like really look, but they look like this. Are they so cute? I also have these lashes, so at some point I'm gonna wear these. But I really learned I love like more like anime, like Doyen sort of lashes. I think it's just because they're more like natural looking. They're not too crazy. Adorable. I look so good. Okay, what else? Let's powder the face. This is my Charlotte Tilbury powder, by the way. This one is in shade number 1. Recently, my biggest goal has been to learn new skills. I don't have a college degree, but I really want to get certified in something. I don't know why, but I just have this urge, you know, like maybe a marketing certification, or I don't know, some sort of certification. I feel like that'd be really fun. So that might be like one of my goals I have this year, is like actually getting a degree or a certification in something. I think I've learned that I am somebody who does really love achievement. I do love a good milestone, and so now that I'm in the place where I have a sense of direction, I actually think that it's a great idea. But also, I just put on some highlighter and I like to mix it with my blush. This is my Revolution highlighter in Pink Seduction. It's actually more of like a pink blush. Put it on and you're gonna be glowing. I feel like the glow truly makes me look so healthy, and in pictures it really looks so good. Okay, and then we're gonna put some more blush. This one is the Cheek Clapper one from One Size Again. This pink shade in the middle is just so cute. So I like to just put this on the highest point of my cheekbone. Tiny. We don't need a lot, you know what I'm saying? And then we do need a lot on the tip of my nose though. Ooh, so cute. That sounded like old me. It's been so long since I've said that. I truly am so cute though. Let's do my lips, because I honestly have been killing it with my lip game, okay? So if you want the fattest lips you've ever actually seen, like ever, you want to put some powder on your lips, like so. This powder also is great for highlighting, so I always put this powder right here where my nose lines will be. It gives the illusion that there's no shadow in there, so you're gonna have a more plump looking face, thus making you look younger and more youthful, which is always my goal with my makeup. We're gonna put on some contour around my lips. Wherever my lips outline, I'm just gonna put some contour color there. This is gonna give you the illusion of really juicy lips. Little detail, high impact. Now that we're done with that, that. This is my, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I think it's Roman. This is the lip tint. This one is in number 3. This is so nice because it's not like super pigmented, but it's really good for layering and it gives you like the jelly glass lip look. This color is very subtle, but it's perfect. See, it kind of is like a good base color to work with. Then you want to use another shade. This one is in 14. In this one, I use more on the inner parts and then I blend it out. Wow, amazing. Then we use a brown lip liner. Brown is the color I use because it kind of looks more contoury. Okay. I mean, right? And then you want to use a lip gloss. This one is from the Gloss Club, Bluity. I have no idea how to pronounce this, but this is their clear one. Truly, I mean, guys, the gloss is glossing. I love this, it's so good. Wow. Okay, I know, my makeup eats. And then you want to use a glazing mist. This one is the Powder Melt Glass Setting Spray from One Size. The best setting spray if you want to look like you have glass skin. Oh, please come in. Oh my god. Okay, let's spray this. Am I the cool auntie? Absolutely. The auntie that also doesn't really know how to take care of her? Yeah, but I'm gonna learn. My makeup is all done. This makeup eats every time. Here, do you guys want to see up close? It looks so good. She's awake. Sometimes she has an RBF. Seriously though, guys, I need... Okay. I'm like trying to talk while she's like trying to sleep. Shh. I know. Uncle. Guys, I made her fall asleep all by myself. I'm an auntie. Also, guys, she looks like me. I love being an auntie. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching.